Now there are 44 sounds in the English language and 250 ways to represent those sounds with only 26 letters. So the obvious question is, where do we even begin? Is there an order, a sequence in which letters and sounds can be taught so that both parent and child never feel overwhelmed? Absolutely. Now I'm here to tell you that getting the order right makes all the difference in the world. Unfortunately, most parents have been told to do this a certain way, and that has caused confusion, frustration, and heartache for way too long. That ends today. Now, if you're new to this channel, you will quickly discover that I always have your back, and there is nothing I want more than to help you find joy and satisfaction in teaching your child to read. Now, in order to appreciate the logic behind doing things the right way, we need to take a brief moment to discuss where some of the confusion is coming from. Now, most parents are being told the same thing. First, learn the 26 sounds of our alphabet from A to Z. Second, pick 2 or 3 letters your child knows best and start blending those sounds together. Third, pick simple words and keep blending sounds until you've covered all 26 sounds. Now, I can picture this now. The YouTube reading expert holding up their flashcards. You've seen this before. A, B, K, and so on. This makes me really sad because this is terribly misleading. Let's set the record straight. First of all, as you know now, there are 44 sounds. Nothing wrong with learning 26 sounds as long as there's a plan somewhere along the line to include the other 18 sounds. Second, what is the benefit of learning 26 sounds all at once? Some schools approach this by teaching one letter sound a week, thinking that if they spend all that time on one letter, the student is bound to remember it better. Well, that also means it takes almost 6 months before they even attempt to blend those sounds into words. Of course, assuming that they didn't forget any of those sounds. Now, here's the thing. Your child needs to explore how sounds interact with each other as soon as humanly possible. Learning one sound a week is like trying to learn a song on a piano when you're only spoon-fed one note per lesson. Now, what is the primary goal here? You want your child to read, not in 6 months or a year from now. And the quickest and most reliable way to achieve this is to introduce letters in groups of 5 to 7 letters at a time. Now, once they've learned the sounds of those letters, they can begin to blend those sounds into words. The sounds you choose to work with at first will dictate how fast your child starts to read. Now, in order to blend as many words as we can from the very beginning, we need to assemble the letter groups not in alphabetical order, but to group the most popular letters first. Now, the ones we see most often in print. Now, is that for you to spend countless hours deciding on your own? Heavens no. Reading experts have sorted all that out for us a long time ago. For instance, most phonics programs leverage this knowledge to the full and will likely introduce the first group starting with the letters S, A, T, P, I, and N. Now, with these letters, your child will be able to read their first 20 words within a week. That builds confidence fast. They will interact with these letters at first by blending 2 sounds, one consonant into a vowel, like ta, pi, na, and so on. Now, something very exciting happens when we flip the order, blending a vowel into a consonant to produce 2-letter words like an, it, at, and in. These are real words. Then comes my most favorite blend of all, the CVC blend, a consonant into a vowel and ending with a consonant. Words like pit, sit, sat, and tap. Now, this CVC blend is a powerful tool and can be used to help us plan out which letters we introduce next. For instance, you might wonder, do we teach short or long vowel sounds first? A or a, e or e. Long vowel sounds are high maintenance and require a lot more assistance to sound out, whereas short vowel sounds, represented by a single letter, can sit nice and snug between 2 consonants to make simple, one-syllable CVC words like cat, sip, tub, and top. So the choice is clear. Short vowels first. Now, when it's time to introduce long vowel sounds, we start with digraphs. Now, a digraph is two letters pushed together to produce one sound, like the OY in boy or the OA in goat, for instance. Now, you might be asking, why didn't we opt to use a single letter like the letter A in apron? That's a great question. Now, on the surface, it looks like the logical choice, but it's one thing to tell you and another to empower you with knowing why the order and sequence makes sense. Thereafter, you'll never waste precious moments second-guessing whether you're doing this right or not. So bear with me and let's geek out together just for a moment. If we want to learn the long vowel A sound, we are presented with 11 different ways to spell that sound. That's insane. Now, which spelling do we choose? The CVC blend to the rescue. Now, before moving forward, we need to clarify one thing first. Most teachers define CVC as three-letter words. Words like cat and dog fit that description. Now, if the C's and V's represent consonant and vowel letters, that definition is correct. But we can make much better use out of CVC if the C's and V's represent consonant and vowel sounds instead. Now let's apply this in real time. You remember the 11 choices we had with long vowel A? There is only one spelling that fits the new way we define CVC words. Do you see it? Well, if not, don't sweat it, I'll point it out. Now, the only word on that list that is spelled out as a consonant sound, a vowel sound, and remember, you can have 2 or 3 letters representing one sound, and then finally another consonant sound is the word paid. Now, therefore, the first introduction to long vowel A spelling is clear. We start with the AI digraph. Now, when choosing the other long vowel sounds, do we have to work through this exercise again? No. A great phonics program will have mapped these sounds out so that you don't even have to think about it. My hope is that now you can appreciate the planning that takes place behind the scenes. Now, as new spelling concepts are introduced, we want to piggyback these on previously mastered skills. Now, you saw that in action when we tenaciously clung to CVC blending as long as we possibly could. Each of the 44 sounds must be ordered not only by popularity, but also by ease of blending. It's an incredible juggling act, but getting all our ducks in a row will make your life so much easier. Now, I think it's safe to assume this wasn't the discussion you expected. Now, I could have just laid out the exact order of all 44 sounds and sent you on your way. Or even worse, told you the whole thing is as simple as teaching the 26 sounds of the alphabet. That never gets old. The fact that you're still here means that you're interested in doing this right, that you understand that knowing a little more about why something works can give you the confidence to teach your child to read, and know for a certainty that each lesson has been thoughtfully laid out to get results faster than you might have expected. You remember when I said that when you start with the right order and sequence of letters and sounds, your child would be able to read up to 20 new words in a single week? Would you like to experience that firsthand? So I put together a free 7-day reading challenge to show conscientious parents like yourself that teaching your child to read might be easier than you ever imagined. 5 to 10 minutes a day. It's all it takes. All the training and materials you'll need will be there waiting for you. The link is in the description below. Until next time, stay wonderful, and I'll see you again real soon.